Howdy ho, Reject Nation. I'm the Greg Alba on Instagram and Twitter. This is Dat John Humphrey on Instagram and Twitter. Social media plugs. Guys, one of our segments that we recently started doing is a thing called Trailers Revisited. We did one together for Drive. I did one with Jordan Ross for the Iron Man 3 trailer. Thought I'd mix it up a little bit with a very recent movie that just came out this weekend, Black Panther.
True this.
What we like to do in this segment is determine how accurate is this movie portrayed in the trailer. Yeah. Does it spoil a lot? And I think it kind of does. We're just going to watch one trailer. There's a bunch of clips and like other trailers for this movie.
Yeah, this segment's going to be hard for recent stuff because everything gets like 150
But there were definitely things you could predict happening when I saw Black Panther because of the clips and trailers they released online. We're just going to go off the one official trailer today. Before we do that, though, we wanted to give a shout out to a video sponsor that we're really happy to be working with right now, a site called viewerreviews.com. Viewer Reviews is a new social platform that determines how well you, that is you I am talking to, will like a movie based on your taste and the films you reviewed on the site.
And Viewer Reviews also helps you to connect with people who share your passion and taste for movies.
Think of it like a more personalized Rotten Tomatoes that is tailored to your and your friends' cinematic taste.
We just started using Viewer Reviews. Look us up at The Real Rejects, and gotta say, it's pretty spot on so far.
It's real easy to get started. Once you create an account, you'll fill out a couple basic questionnaires to give the site a, sense of your specific taste.
And from there, you're ready to start reviewing movies, sharing your taste, and connecting with people.
So hit that link down below in the description box and check out viewerreviews.com today. We're on it. Don't forget to check out The Real Rejects. Follow us there. The Real Rejects. Do it. The Real Rejects.
I've seen gods fly. I've seen men build weapons that I couldn't even imagine. I've seen aliens drop from the sky. Yeah. But I have never seen anything like this. How much more are you hiding?
Is that line in the movie? I don't think he says that in the film.
Yeah, I don't remember that. Huh?
My son, it is your time. Show me my respect and bow down.
You get to decide what kind of king you are going to be.
Ha.
Don't freeze. I never freeze.
I never freeze. Okay. It's doing a pretty good job so far. Not really ruining anything.
That feels a lot more contained.
That bothered me that they ruined that.
Yeah.
That bothered me. Yeah.
I waited my entire life for this. The world's gonna start over. I'ma burn it all.
What happens now?
See this? This is too much.
This is
too
The
much.
rest of the world.
Yeah. Okay. There's some things in here that ruin it too much for me. Because it's these specific moments that was like, okay, well I know what's gonna happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
The revolution will be live.
So was it the second trailer where they used Run the Jewels then?
That was a teaser trailer,
Okay,
which really
that's right.
ruins the claw getting broken out.
Yeah.
That's the midpoint of this lengthy film. The middle of this film
Yeah.
is when Claw is captured. That's the way the Save the Cat beat cheat goes. Is the midpoint is like the characters either they fail, but it's really a blessing in disguise, or they get what they want, but it's really not what they think it's going to turn out to be. And the midpoint here is their mission that Black Panther sets out on is to capture Claw, and they do that, and they have him in custody. But the trailers clearly show you that Michael B. Jordan, Killmonger, breaks him out. I think like a couple trailers show you that. So that scene lost some of its intensity for me when the first time I watched it, because I'm like, well, I know Claw's going to get out of here. figure now. I know it's going to
Yeah.
be fine. I know he's not going to be brought to Wakanda by Black Panther, at least.
Yeah. And as the movie unfolds, there's so much about, are we gonna get Claw? Who's gonna get Claw? You know.
Yeah.
And I can imagine that hampering, especially if you remember that moment from this trailer. Although I do think that it does a good job of kind of hiding where things are gonna pop up some of the time. There were still a lot of parts of the movie that I didn't even know were gonna be there.
I mean, one thing that I thought this trailer did pretty well at kind of disguising, actually, because if you really pay attention, they show a shot of Eric Killmonger talking in the room where the Black Panther flowers are.
I'ma burn it all.
The shot in that same room where everything's on fire,
Yeah.
but I didn't put two and two together when I saw the trailer.
Yeah.
That, oh, he's gonna burn that room down. He's gonna burn all the flowers. I didn't even think about that when I was watching the movie. So that's a good disguise of what this trailer does, because it doesn't actually ruin a big plot point of the film.
Yeah, I think this trailer is pretty good at taking themes and taking images indicative of those themes and throwing them at you. So that, and I mean, you don't know what the purple flowers are, but at the same time, just watching these couple scenes, you don't really know what the context is. You just know it's grim.
It does ruin quite a bit, I think, in terms of Eric Killmonger. We all knew it was coming. Well, I knew it was coming, that he was going to be Black Panther. It was pretty obvious he was going to be Black Panther, because in this scene, especially when he has the necklace on, because in the movie, when Shuri is showing the two new suits, he first looks at the necklace that Killmonger's rocking.
Yeah.
And the second I saw it, I was like, oh,
Killmonger's
going to take that one, because I saw it in the trailer. He's rocking it, then he transforms into it, and you could see that the people behind him are under his command, and Black Panther's approaching him. Immediately, I just knew, okay, he's going to win, and he's going to become King of Wakanda for a bit before Black Panther decides to rise up again and fight him in this crazy finale. I felt like that gave away a little too much. The movie was still intense. The movie was still exciting. I was still gripped when I was watching it, both times I've seen it, but I do feel that this part of the trailer gave away a lot of like, oh, I know what's going to happen, though. You know, it's all about the details in the movie, but it still does give away. You know what's gonna happen. You know they're gonna get into that big fight by the trains, like all that. I was just waiting for it to happen because the trailer showed me.
Yeah, and I guess that's part of the trouble, is that you don't get to see Killmonger in his Black Panther suit until deep into the movie when a lot has happened, and I get why they want to tease that. At the same time, it does leave you going, when's that moment gonna show up? And it's probably gonna be towards the end. And also, I mean, if you look close, like Daniel Kaluuya's standing right next to him, which I never realized the first time, but if you pay close attention, I mean, that whole storyline is going to be pretty apparent to you.
And one thing I gotta kind of criticize the trailers on a little bit, like all the main trailers, is they rely heavily on like the kind of R&B rap type of music in the trailers.
Step into the spotlight. You and I'm my homie, 'cause we own ya.
There's some of that in the movie. There's some.
Well,
and it doesn't necessarily miscommunicate the tone of the film. I don't think it completely represents it either.
I guess so, yeah. I mean, the movie has a nice blend of... I feel like we got with the movie what we wish they'd put in the trailers, which was, they have so much of that percussive, sort of tribal-sounding music that I wish had shown up a little bit. I don't think it's bad to use some of the more modern, poppy tunes. I don't know if this is one of the tracks from the album, but that sounds like Vince Staples, and I know he's on the Black Panther soundtrack, and I know that, Top Dog Entertainment put that together. It's kind of a big deal that they did that. I can't fault them for doing it. At the same time, I've heard complaints about it. I would have liked to have seen more of the score itself pop up to give us a hint of that, because there is some of that too. Some of that score is traditional, and then you'll have beats drop in over it, and it splits the difference. But I maybe would have liked a little more of that.
Because I remember one of my favorite times I heard the music in the film itself is during the finale, when Shuri and Nakia they don their costumes and they're coming up onto the field, and you hear the African tribal music, and I was like, ooh, this is such good music.
yeah, for sure.
What's interesting about this trailer is it doesn't spoil the movie in a way where it's like you watch the trailer and you go, I know exactly everything that's going to happen in this movie. I know exactly everything that's going to play out.
Not at all, I don't think.
It doesn't. At the same time, though, it was that thing that when I was watching the film, if I was ever like not fully 100% there, and my mind just went a little bit forward in time as to what could happen, I was always able to think of a moment in the trailer that would give it away. Because there's that whole thing with Okoye, oh, I have to stand by Killmonger's side because he's king. Then I remembered, wait a minute, the trailer showed you that moment when all the warriors, the female warriors of Wakanda stand against him. And I'm like, oh, it's going to happen at that scene then.
Well, that's what's fascinating about trailers in general is like what moments they show you and how those moments register in your head. Because sometimes you can see an image and just as part of a montage of movie moments, sometimes you don't think too hard about the context or what's going on with it.
What's fascinating about the movie itself is Killmonger's, we've talked about it in the spoiler one, he's not really in it the first like hour 10 minutes of the movie.
You really build him up.
And I think that's why these trailers gave me the one concern of how are you going to implement Claw and Killmonger into this one film, because it looks like they're both in it throughout, when really that's not the film itself. So I think that's a good misdirection of what the trailers did, not really showing you exactly, because there's so much details to the storylines of so many of these characters. Like, you don't really get T'Challa's storyline in this trailer. It gives away some plot points in terms of the action set pieces, but there's so much details in all the people's storylines that are not revealed in the trailers that I still respect it for. It's like, yeah, did the trailers make some stuff a little predictable, especially in the finale? Definitely. However, looking back on it, I'm like, I might have been able to predict some of this stuff even if I hadn't seen the trailer.
For sure. And I think this trailer does a good job of giving you the themes, hinting at the major plot elements, but also not giving you too much context, not showing you too much out of any one moment, so that when they pop up in the movie, there's more stuff around all of them. It doesn't ever explain fully any one thing in this trailer, and I appreciate it for that. It's a lot of world building, it's a lot of mood and tone, and the different juxtapositions of characters.
Yeah, actually, it's
pretty good.
It's the first trailer visited we've done where we're like, yeah, it's a pretty good trailer.
I feel like there's going to be stuff you can complain about in any and all trailers, but as far as the ones we've looked at so far, I think this is pretty solid.
Man, at the Spider-Man Homecoming one though, that's a spoiler filled.
Oh, tune in next
time. We'll probably stick to more older films still. We just thought it'd be fun to check out Black Panther right now, since we've been talking a lot about it this weekend. Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. You guys can subscribe to The Real Rejects. Click that notification bell to get notified every time one of our videos is up. And make sure to check us out on viewerreviews.com. Sign up today, people. We're on it now, so check it out.
That's right.